But if not, I mean, I think you come back and it's got to be a difference maker deal, or you come back and you get your degree and you enjoy your senior year and you be a marquee player in the country and all those great things that go along with it.
Yeah.
But this world we're in today, sometimes there's a lot of different opinions out there sometimes that have agendas, and all I can do is present the facts. I'm a guy that deals in facts. I'm not an agenda person. I'm dealing with facts. Here are the facts. You want my opinion? Here's my opinion, and you roll from there.
Do you think he'll lean on you a lot, Steve, because of, you've seen high-level guys in your years at the SEC where it was probably like this times 10
Yep.
with all the picking apart and all that stuff. Do you think he'll lean on you a lot because of Pouncey, Harvin, all these guys, and Tebow and all
you can do is
how
offer your help. And, I've been through this thing many times. And, I went through it with the Pounceys. I told Marquise, go ahead and take it. He wanted to come out early. I thought it was a good decision for him. Worked out to be. I told Mike not to stay back, and ended up being a great decision for him. Do I have all the answers? No. But I have some experience in it. But all you can do is offer your opinions and your experiences and the facts. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. And what I'm not going to do is try to impose my will. I'm not doing that.
Did you have a feeling yet on which way he might go, or is it too early in that process?
No, I think he's gathering information. Would be my, it's my sense of the whole thing.
If he was out,
And I was going to say, for you, the only reason why you would go if you're guaranteed to be a first rounder.
Me?
I'm just saying.
That's not just me. That's pretty much a pretty strong consensus out there. Stay in school, get your degree, play college football. It's supposed to be there for 4 years. Guys started coming out early for one reason, because the money got so grand in the first round.
Yeah.
Difference maker money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's why, but not just to do it. It takes a minute. NFL is a rough business, man. It's a business. It's a rough world. Stay in college, enjoy yourself as long as you can. Get your degree. It's all about getting your degree. Get your life set. Right? Glory's fleeting. Huh? Knowledge is everlasting. Don't get away from those basic fundamentals.
Have you gotten any info yet from as far as feedback, or guys you've talked to where he?
It's real personal for him. I'm not at liberty to share that.
Steve, if you are without him, obviously Matt has shown you what he can do. Who are some of the other guys beyond him? Maybe like Kenny Harper. Who else do you see picking up the slack in the tail?
Matt Brown is an all-league running back. Spencer Reed, Kenny Harper, Jalen Fitzpatrick, Darius Johnson. These guys are really talented. Yeah, I'm just telling you, they're talented now. We're going to have a talented backfield.
You think Matt could be a guy, with his size and all, could he carry the ball 20, 25 times every week, or do you think that's something?
He's tough. He never got hurt. Right? He's tough as nails.
I think there was a play during the game where he came off the sideline. He was fired up about something. He did your classic. You put your arm around him and come. Is this? Do you kind of like that about him, because he just always seems to be going at 150 miles per hour all the time?
I kind of understand that now. And I really, he's an emotional, competitive guy, and I think he and I have a really good relationship. Sometimes I just need to put my arm around him and make sure he keeps it all in perspective, and he does. He's really responded well. I'm really proud of him. I like where he's come, and sometimes that competitiveness can be his worst enemy, but it's also his strong ally. He is a tough guy. You've seen it time and time again. I think he's the best back in the conference next year. He and Bernard, two. I think those guys they're number one and number two backs in the conference. I don't think I'm out of line saying that. Those two are the two strongest backs in the conference.
For some of the guys who are done and aren't going to be able to come back, guys like Evan, maybe Derek Dennis, maybe Wayne Tribute, what do you see from these guys in terms of maybe being able to play at the next level?
I think they all have the opportunity to do that. They're all talented enough to get a shot. What does that mean? What round and all that? Or a free agent. That's hard to figure sometimes. But they're talented guys, and I think they'll have their shots. Would be the way I would say that. They've come a long way in a year. Everybody's saying all those. What an experienced offensive line, but they came a long way this year. That's what they did. Justin Fry did a remarkable job with them in terms of mental toughness, physical toughness, fundamentals. They came a long way. So, I'm real happy for them. They had a great year. I thought they played well in the bowl game, and I think, I want nothing but the best for them, and work real hard to help them reach their goals. If their goals are to play in the NFL, I want to help them get that opportunity.
Bernard comes back, what are the areas you think he can make the most improvement?
I think, a couple things that he wants to work on, I know, are, catching the ball out of the backfield, pass protection, those kind of things. I think those are always, everything's incremental in your career. I think for a running back, sometimes those are the final stages of your career that you improve upon. Obviously the first stage is running with the football, that kind of thing, But then I think those final stages, I think there's still meat left on that bone to improve on. Is catching the ball out of the backfield, protection, type of thing.
Did he answer a lot of those durability questions this year? Because obviously the head injury is something you can't mess around with. Other than that, he looked like he played through.
Yeah, tried to play through things. I think he came a long way, and I think he's still got a lot more to develop. I really do. He's not a finished product, and he's got a chance to get closer to that goal.
What did it mean for you guys when you go for it on fourth down in that first drive? You've enjoyed imposing your will on teams by running the ball, and you don't just get it by like a couple inches. You really plowed the ball through there. That really kind of set the tone for you guys for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it was one of those nice moments. I didn't blink. I didn't even really think about it. To me, it wasn't like, let's just have a long conversation about what we're going to do. I was going, move, go, call, play, go. My mindset there, I want to be more wide open in that bowl game. Call the reverse, call it, throw the ball down the field. Scott Leffler made a great call throwing the ball downfield 4.5. Two reasons. One, want to be more wide open. Two, you're getting, Chris was starting to get more comfortable in the game. And it's a bowl game. Don't leave anything in your bag. Just go. And we really could have done more. We had more there to do. We just kind of got to the point where, let's go win the game. I'm that way. I get to a point. Some guys are different, I sense it like that. I'm like, okay, it's the third quarter right now. We go through the ball more. And I'm like, let's just run this thing right down and get out of here. Don't do something to give them the ball back, to give them any kind of hope. Just grind this thing down, even though you might have left 2 scores off the table.
Was that a strength for you guys this year? Because people like to dissect the offense, but let's say in the Nova game or the Akron game, you try to get too cute and say, well, it's second series, let's try to throw here. They get a pick 6, and all of a sudden you might lose. And
I don't
you're
do that.
supposed to win. Yeah.
I don't do that. You can see that. It's clearly, that's not our plan to win. So I try to stick to the plan to win. Even though sometimes, I've been around a lot of guys, a lot of coaches, and they worry too much about their stats. The only stat that matters is winning and losing. So, I'm just not wired that way. I'm not worried about, our throwing stats or something like that. I just want to win the game. And if our plan to win is to play great defense, how do you help your defense play great defense? Keep them off the field, run the ball. That's how you help them do that. Now, do I think we have to develop our throw game more? There's no question we do. And that's the next step offensively for us. We got those other things in place pretty good now. Now we got to get that piece geared up a little bit more. And but I'm just not. A lot of guys say, play action passes wide open. And there's a lot of guys probably doing. Be a lot more yards left on the table there. Honestly, there would be. Okay, but just. Let's go win the game right now. We got 37 points on board here. Let's just go win that game right now. Let's not do anything stupid.
Where is Chris in terms of his development from the time you put him? He had a couple of those runs when you put him in there for good against Ohio. Where is he from that point to what you saw on Saturday?
Had a great game against Ohio. Came back, had an okay game, then got banged up a little bit. Came back. I thought had an outstanding game against Wyoming. I think he's right on course. He's developing. He's learning how to become that guy. And he's getting more composure, more poise, and it's all part of it. It's just experience. You see all the pieces in place right there. It's only going to get better.
Can you say right now that he's your starting quarterback in 2012?
Yeah, he's going into that way. Sure, doesn't mean that they're not going to compete. You got spring ball, you got all that. We like, Juice is a young guy. We feel has a great future here too. So, I'm not an anointing kind of guy. Certainly closing the season, he closed it as our starter and was the MVP of that football game. So, I don't want to be like, he's going to go in that way as a starting quarterback, but he's still got to do it and earn it and all that other good stuff that goes along with it, but you wouldn't expect anything else.
Now, Derek's one